A little more than 2 years ago, I came across this article, 6 exercises that are too hard on your body after 50. I was 62 at the time, so naturally I was interested, especially since it had been expert recommended and fact checked as well. I was shocked to learn barbell back squats were on the list. Like the barbell deadlift, the back squat can be too hard on your body after 50. The weight of the barbell can put too much pressure on your spine and joints. Consider substituting the barbell back squat with exercises such as goblet squats or bodyweight squats to target your leg muscles without causing lower back pain. Now, barbell back squats are an absolute staple of my heavy weightlifting diet, so I felt the need to put out a rebuttal reflecting my experience. This is what I posted. It's short, pretty much a meme, but I think it explains my position fairly well. Of course, not everyone saw it, and a good argument is always worth repeating, so a year later I posted this. Well, guess what? Another year has gone by. It's still a good argument. There are still those that didn't get the memo. In fact, they keep popping up. So time for another video. Now I'm going to take a slightly different approach with this one. I'm going to start by addressing this whole idea that you shouldn't lift heavy as you get older. That is utter claptrap. There is nothing inherent in age that restricts you from lifting heavy. Heavy being a relative term, as in heavy for you. The only factors that should have a bearing on how heavy you lift are what are your capabilities, your overall physical condition, and what are your goals. That's what should determine if you lift heavy or not. Can you lift heavy? And do you want to lift heavy? Not some ridiculous number that somebody throws out there. And this argument is a twofer because this argument applies to the exercises you choose to do as well. There is nothing inherent in age that should stop you from doing squats, bench press, deadlift, or anything else you want to do. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. When I was young, the experts warned me about squatting heavy. Now I'm older, and the experts are warning me about squatting heavy. Oh, shut up. So if age is not a factor in the lifts and intensity you can use, what is? Well, we'll start with genetics and pretty much ignore it because there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. You are what you are and have to work with that. As for everything else that you can control, I'm going to take a recipe approach and look at the ingredients that go into being able to do heavy squats, benches, deadlifts, and whatever else you want to do your entire life. The first ingredient on the list is start young, or at least start now. Teens into late 20s or early 30s is when your body is most responsive. It's the best, most productive time to build a foundation of physical strength and integrity that will last throughout your life. Number 2, be consistent. Weightlifting is cumulative. That means the results you see today are not the consequence of what you did yesterday. They are the cumulative consequence of your training over weeks, months, years, decades. Gaps punch holes in that cumulative consequence faster than anything else. And as you get older, past 40, it gets worse. Coming back is much more difficult and has a high risk of injury. I have personally witnessed over 40 lifters suffer permanent injuries after taking time off and trying to come back too fast. The third, and possibly most important ingredient, is creating and cultivating a positive and productive attitude. I can say from painful personal experience how tough that can be. It's so easy to become obsessed with how much you're lifting or not lifting. It's so easy for that to become a negative thought loop of it's a crappy workout if you don't lift more than the last time, and a flaming disaster if, God forbid, you have a bad day and lift a little less. It doesn't take much of that at any age before you stop looking forward to the gym. It gets worse as you get older because you will be lifting less. If you can't deal with that, you will stop. That's why you have to focus on what you can do, not on what you can't. Give yourself credit for what you've achieved. Know that whatever it is, it's a lot more than if you're pouting at home on the couch. Judge your performance by circumstances you face now. I can say for myself, I'm far more impressed by what I can do today than 40 years ago. You can do that too. Of course, the ingredients of good overall health habits are in this recipe. Eat right, sleep right, avoid alcohol and drugs, reduce stress. I would also suggest you include some moderate aerobic activity. A 30-minute daily walk is great. A regular stretching, flexibility, mobility regime is another good idea. You might want to even give yoga a try. Now, since this video is about squatting as you get older, and you've been watching me squat pretty much the whole time, some squat-specific advice is in order. First, use good depth. You don't have to get absolutely parallel, but you want to get at least close. You don't want to be one of these people that's doing halvesies. They'll make some excuse about protecting their knees and back, but we all know that's a lie, so they can put a lot more on the bar than they can lift, so they can pretend to be strong. This practice does not fully develop your strength through the entire range of motion and exposes your body to loads it cannot handle. If you've ever seen what happens when someone doing short squats goes an inch too deep, you know what I'm talking about. They lose control of the bar and it drives them through the floor. That should never happen. It's one thing not to be able to come up with a weight, it's another to get crushed underneath of it. Use good depth, and you will develop the strength to stay in control and stay safe and stay in the gym. The second thing I would say is don't use a belt. Contrary to popular assumption, the evidence strongly indicates belts are more likely to cause injuries than prevent them. Use your body the way it was designed to be used and develop the structural strength that will prevent injury in the gym and out. So that's pretty much it for the 2025 squats edition of the Experts Don't Know What They're Talking About. As you can see, I'm finishing with a double bodyweight triple at 64. Hopefully, there's something here that will help your lifting, maybe provide the inspiration and motivation to show that the experts don't know what they're talking about yourself. Enjoy what you see? Please let me know. Like, comment, and especially subscribe.